isn't a make-work situation. These are real jobs that matter to the garden, and we need to get this done in order to grow food. And students take a lot of pride and ownership in being involved in that process.
Do you guys know why the worms are good cultivators?
Being outside in the garden with these tasks really can bring students together. A lot of students are outside their comfort zone in a setting like this, and they can really get to know people they wouldn't normally get to.
Can I have a volunteer that's willing to add water to this pile?
Me.
Jenna? Composting is what we call the lifeblood of the garden here. We constantly remind students that it is the sole thing we feed the plants in this garden. So it is basically what makes this garden grow. We tie composting in with talking about the cycling of matter. That's one of the big concepts in 6th grade science. Who's going to tell us why we turn the compost pile?
The compost pile has more oxygen in it, which is beneficial for the FBI.
We have our own little spin on it where we identify the microorganisms that we call decomposers as the FBI, the fungus, bacteria, and invertebrates. We do a lot of starts in our greenhouse, and we propagate plants from seed in the greenhouse area, and when they're ready, we transplant them into the garden. And that's a big part of what the students do here is starting seeds, little seedlings in the greenhouse area, and then when they're ready, transplanting them into the garden beds.
So you just want to take a few leaves. And certainly students love to harvest. Greens are particularly a favorite. Harvesting is that joy that you get after planting and tending to a plot and then actually taking it off its limb and cooking with it. And it's this sort of this ownership or this sense of pride that they get.
It's really like texturous and stuff.
We cook a lot of this stuff, especially the greens in the kitchen. We use the stuff from here.
And it feels better to have something that's fresher and newer, and you know where it comes from.
You know, the kitchen also has that buy-in. When the students prepare the food, they're much more likely to eat it. And so to have them be a part of the growing it as well on the front end just reinforces that buy-in, reinforces that engagement. You know you've made it in a garden program when you have to discipline the students on not to eat all the turnips.